noted that name somewhere. What was it? Blake. Lieutenant Carter Blake. Yeah, that's it. God, my hands are trembling. I gotta keep my act together. At least for now. Reporters? Already? Huh. You seem well informed. Goddamn rain. Hasn't stopped pouring since I arrived. I'm really gonna love it here.
The zone is sectioned off, sir. Please step back.
Agent Norman Jayden, FBI?
You got a badge or something, Mr. Jayden?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Check. You can pass.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Blake. Is he around?
I saw him arrive earlier. He's here somewhere.
Thanks. Video memo recording, Agent 47023, Norman Jayden, Tuesday, October 4th, 2011. Time is 8:14 a.m. I'm looking for Lieutenant Carter Blake. Thanks. I'm looking for Lieutenant Carter Blake. Thanks. Lieutenant Blake? I'm Agent Norman Jayden from the FBI. I went by your office this morning. They told me you'd be here.
Now, if you're looking for rain, dead bodies, and highways, you come to the right place. Mike, will you tell that asshole with the bulldozer to stop for 5 minutes? I can't hear myself think here.
Right away, Lieutenant.
Well, are you coming, Jayden?
So, what happened?
Some guy taking his dog for a piss found a body about 6 o'clock this morning. We don't know much more right now. Based on what we've seen, looks like the work of the origami killer.
Any witnesses?
None yet. Given the neighborhood, I'd be surprised if anybody saw anything. Any news on the coroner? He's on his way, Lieutenant. We've been waiting for an hour, for fuck's sake.
There are a lot of people on the crime scene. Aren't you afraid your men might destroy some clues?
You don't find proof sitting behind a desk. We're not in the habit of trampling things into the ground, even if we're not in the FBI.
No, of course not. That's not what I meant. Has the body been identified?
No, not yet. We should know more later today. Tony, I don't want to see a single shit-stirring journalist within a mile of here. You got it?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Do you have any leads?
My men are going over the scene with a fine-tooth comb. If the killer left anything behind, we'll find it.
Cage seems to be attracting the attention of the media.
Yeah, a greedy pack of vultures. These guys have killed their mothers for a scoop. Some investigation. Becoming a three-ring circus. Listen, I'm a little busy here. Why don't we discuss all this a little later, back at the office?
Oh, no problem. I understand. Do you mind if I have a look around?
Be my guest. Hey, Jayden, you come and see me if you find anything, okay? We're on the same team now.
crime scene is compromised by all these people. I doubt there'll be many clues left, if there were any to start with. Strange character, that Blake. Didn't seem too pleased to see me. Way too many people here. They're trampling all over the crime scene. There's a railroad track near where the body was left. Same as all the other victims. The body must be under the tarp near the lights. The body is still here. The body is still here. Unrelated to the investigation. Harry comment, sample of no interest. Comes from one of the policemen present on the wasteland. Some orchid pollen. The concentration of pollen in the air is quickly decreasing because of the rain, but it gets higher in the direction of the body. Harry comment, the victim is lying on his back. No visible signs of violence. An orchid was placed on the victim's chest. A small origami figure in the right hand. Fingers were probably closed after the time of death. His face is covered with mud, like the other victims. Superficial wound on the right thigh. Blood analysis suggests it could be post-mortem. Probably a scratch that occurred when the body was being moved. The blood report indicates an advanced and long-lasting state of exhaustion. Orchid pollen, something the killer couldn't control. Can it be traced back to its source? The body got scratched when it was moved. There may be more traces of blood around here. Harry County, sample of no interest. Comes from one of the policemen present on the wasteland. Impressive. Seems the only traces the killer left are those he intended to leave. He knew exactly what he was doing, right down to the tiniest detail. The killer must have carried the body here. Gotta be tracks around here somewhere.
heading back to the office. You staying?
No, I've seen enough. I'm leaving too.
An insect.
Don't think, Ethan. Give me the first idea that pops into your head.
A rat. A rat's head. A crab. Death. Death.
I have the results of your MRI scans. Everything seems to be normal. There is no physical damage from the accident. However, I am worried about your psychological condition. I know it's not easy, but you've got to start over, Ethan. You're not responsible for what happened.
It's my fault Jason is dead. He'd still be alive if I'd been looking out for him.
It was an accident. Accidents happen every day. You can't blame yourself forever for your son's death. How is Sean?
I know he's really unhappy. He just can't understand why I seem unable to love him.
And what about you, Ethan? What do you feel?
I no longer want to live. I have no reason to continue.
Not even for your son, Sean.
I couldn't save Jason. Sean doesn't need a father like me.
Is there something else you wanted to tell me, Ethan?
No. No.
That's the end of this session. We'll continue this conversation next week. You were lucky, Ethan. It's very rare to survive such a traumatic accident.
I don't exactly feel lucky, Doctor. Aren't you gonna go play with the other kids?
I don't feel like it.
Is something the matter, Sean?
No, I'm alright.
How did things go at school today?
The teacher yelled at me for being late again. She's gonna send me home the next time it happens.
I'm sorry about that, Sean. Next time, we'll really pull it together, okay? Do you want to eat something? I haven't been on a seesaw in a long time. What do you think?
Yeah! Come on, Dad, make me fly!
I'll find something else to do with him. Saw a boomerang in his bag. He used to be pretty good with one of those. A boomerang? You know how to use it?
No, not really. I can never make it come back.
Can I give it a try?
Whoa! You did it, Dad!
Do you want to give it a try?
I won't be able to do it.
Oh, come on, let's try it together. Now, the main thing is to get the right position at the beginning. Now, you gotta throw it straight and a little to the right. Now, throw it!
I did it! I did it, Dad!
Good job, Sean. See? That wasn't so hard. Maybe a ride on the merry-go-round. What about that merry-go-round? I bet I can push you so fast you won't be able to stay on it.
Great! Go on, Dad. As fast as you can. Faster! Faster! Come on! Faster, faster! Whoa! I think my head is spinning.
Good training for astronauts, though. Looks like rain's coming. I think we better go.
Okay. Hey, Dad, can I have a ride on the carousel? Can I?
Sure. Go pick a horse and get on. I'll get a ticket. One, please. That's $1. I want to get back to being the kind of father I used to be. Sean looks happy. I wish I could see him like that more often.
The house! He must have gone back to the house. Sean! Where's Sean? No, I don't believe it. I couldn't have... Sean!
Do you think it's gonna take long?
No, he should be finished soon.
I'm off, Charlene. I'll look at the reports later. I'll cancel all appointments for this afternoon.
Okay. Oh, Captain. Agent Norman Jayden from the FBI is here.
Jayden, of course. We've been expecting you. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Do you mind tagging along? We can talk as we walk.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to introduce myself before getting started, but perhaps there's a better time.
No, it's fine. I just have to get to the press conference. We have them every day now. Believe me, it's not always easy finding something to tell them. Fortunately, today we have some news. Have you met Lieutenant Blake yet?
Yeah, we met this morning.
He has his own methods, but he's a good cop. I'm sure you'll get on well together. Do you know how to tie a knot in a necktie?
I guess.
To be frank with you, I could have done without the FBI on this one, but the press are all over us. This origami killer case crept up on us, and it's fast becoming a national concern. There are hundreds of killers in this country, but what do you know? This guy is exotic. He leaves flowers and origami figures. Work that one out. Then the press get onto it, and we suddenly become the center of the universe.
I'm here to arrest a serial killer. With all due respect, sir, the rest of it, it's none of my business.
No, of course not. All I'm asking is that you make progress, and fast. The press want a perpetrator, and we're gonna have to serve him up on a silver platter. Not bad. Oh, go see Charlene. She'll show you to your office. Yeah, check in on the press conference if you're interested. It'll give you an idea of the political climate around here.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the club, Jayden.
I saw Blake when I arrived. Maybe I should go talk to him. Nice watch.
Oh, it's the present we offer to our new lieutenants. We bought the same model each year for the past 20 years for each promotion. It optimizes everybody's time, and it's the kind of thing that always goes down well. You can contribute to our fund if you like. We're still a few dollars short.
Congratulate Larry on my behalf.
I'll be sure to do that, sir.
Captain Perry said you could show me to my office?
Yes, of course. Follow me. Agent Jaden, are you coming?
This is my office?
That's where I was told to take you. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
Okay, time to work. No time to lose. Gotta get down to work. First, analyze the case files. Wow. More like a big cupboard. Well, I wanted a quiet place to work, and it certainly looks like I got it. Step 1. Change the office. Well, well. Looks like there's something new. 8 victims in the last 3 years. All boys, aged between 9 and 13. No signs of violence. The victims disappear from public places in broad daylight. No one notices anything. Bodies are found 3 to 5 days later, drowned in rainwater. There is always a railroad line adjacent to where the bodies are found. And all the victims disappeared in the fall. The killer has a large comfort zone. He gained confidence rapidly and moved away from his base. This won't make the geoprofiling any easier. There is always a railroad line adjacent to where the bodies are found. And all the victims disappeared in the fall. Always the same ritual. An origami in the hand, an orchid on the chest. The victims have always been dead for less than 6 hours when they were found, which means they remained alive for several days before being drowned. Over 3,500 people questioned. Over 100 suspects interrogated. Not a single lead to go on. The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He is intelligent, calm, and determined. An organized type. He has a car. He's probably employed, but his work allows him free time. Harry, comment. Tire tracks on the side of the road behind the railroad line. It may be the killer's car. No prints or specific clues. Nothing much to go on. Just one origami store in town. A common species. That doesn't help much. The orchid is a common species. It can be found at any flower shop. The killer's car is probably a Chevrolet Malibu 83. Here we go again. I better go wash my face. I need to take some. I'm gonna faint if I resist. It's all right. I know I can make it. I know I can make it.
This is Lieutenant Blake, Mr. Marsh. Could you please tell him what happened?
It was this afternoon. I went to the park with my son, Sean. We played together for a while, and then he wanted to go on the carousel, so I put him on one of the wooden horses, and when I turned back, Sean had disappeared.
Exactly what time did you arrive at the park? Try to remember exactly, Mr. Mars. Every detail can be important.
It must have been about 5:15, I think. I'm not really sure.
What was your son wearing when he disappeared?
He was wearing a coat. A brown coat. And a pair of pants. Beige pants.
How could Sean have disappeared without you even noticing? Weren't you right by the carousel?
I can't remember exactly. It all happened so fast.
You say you took your son to the park after school, but you didn't report him missing until 8:15. Why did it take you so long to contact the police?
I went home and waited for him there. I thought he might have gone out with some friends and they'd come home soon.
All right. That's all the questions I have for now. You're free to go, Mr. Mars. We'll continue to look for Sean overnight. We'll contact you if we have any more questions.
Do you think the origami killer...
Listen, your son's probably just run off and he'll turn up in a couple of hours.
But what if it is the origami killer?
Well, then we have about 4 days to find him alive.
Did they find something?
No, nothing yet, but they're gonna keep looking through the night.
Do they think it's the origami killer?
It's still too early to say, but it is a possibility.
What happened, Ethan? How could you lose Sean like that? You should never have taken your eyes off him. I mean, for God's sake, how hard is it to keep your eye on a child in the park? Why did you leave him, Ethan? Why? Wasn't it enough losing Jason? I'm sorry. It's not what I meant to say.